Don't come to the UK with student visa, and this is why. Hi guys, my name is Vina of Manchester, as they call me here on this channel. If you're new here, please subscribe, please like, please share. And on this video, I'll be telling you why jackpotting with a student visa is a bad idea. If it's something you're interested in, definitely keep watching. So first things first, that you should know, if you plan to jackpot, except you're just coming to study, you're just coming to do your masters, the plan is not to stay in the country, the plan is not to stay indefinitely. If you're just coming to do your studies and leave, that is fine. But if your plan is to jackpot, you want to jackpot, the student route is a bad idea. Don't do it. First things first, your work hours on a student visa is limited to 20 hours per week, so you can only work for 20 hours. That means you will not be getting as much hours and as much money as you envisage. Do you understand what I'm saying? You will not be getting, you can only work for 20 hours, so you can't imagine a family is dependent on you back at home, and you have to send money back home, and you have to pay your school fees. School fees is not cheap. Working for 20 hours is not sustainable. It's not going to allow you, it's not going to give you the benefits that you did, the jackpot benefits. Do you get what I mean? The jackpot benefits is not inside student visa. So as much as possible, try and get a work visa before you come in, which is very possible. There are plenty of other routes, which I will maybe speak about in subsequent videos, but there are better routes to tow if you want to jackpot. Except, like I said, you are here to just study and go back, which is very fine, by the way. But if you're planning to stay indefinitely, student visa is not the route that you should be staying. Secondly, which is also tied to this, is the fact that school fees is not cheap. So imagine that you're paying your school fees by yourself, and then you're jackpotting through the study routes. So you make your deposits before you come in the country, right? And then now you're dependent. I don't know. In my head, I'm thinking you're dependent on your work hours to be able to pay your second installment payment. It will choke you. It will choke you, because that school fees you're paying is not cheap, and 20 hours a week to be able to pay school fees, pay house rent, pay transportation, feed for the month, that work hours that you have would not be able to sustain you, except maybe you have family members that you plan to live with, people that are feeding you and housing you, and then maybe that's not part of your expenses. Maybe then you can do that. But if you are coming and you're just coming to start life from the scratch, you have to find a place to live, you have to feed yourself, you have to pay your school fees, and you just like, oh, let me jackpot, and it's study visa that you're using to come. I'm telling you to, if that's what you are planning to do, I'm telling you to stop it now. Abort that idea. Abort it. Dead it. It's not a good idea. Do you understand what I mean? Next, I would like to say is the fact that most companies will not want to employ you if you have a student visa. Yeah, I'm talking from experience now. I had applied to a lot of companies, and I got a few callbacks from some. Oh, we found your CV, we found you interesting. Please confirm that you're not on student visa. I'm like, I am on student visa, dude. They're like, oh, sorry, our company policy does not allow us to employ people student visa, because they want people that can work full term, people that can work full hours, people that are available round the clock. And if you're on student visa, you're not available round the clock. You cannot work full hours. You cannot work full time. There are too many limitations that comes with having a student visa. So most companies just have their policy, just embedded in their policy, that if somebody is on student visa, then they are not employing you. So your chances of getting a good job is very limited, because you're student visa. You're already there's already a prejudice against you. To be honest, there's already a prejudice against you because of that. So if jackpot is the plan, don't do it with student visa. Just don't. It's a bad idea. Do you get it? Do you get what I mean? Next, that I would like to say now, why most companies do not want to employ you is the fact that you'll be needing sponsorship afterwards, because you don't have your full work permit. After your study visa expires, if you need to remain in the country, you might need to have them sponsor you, and that means them paying your work permit for you, paying your visa requirements, and they don't want that burden. Most companies just don't want that. So as much as possible, that money you're using to pay for school fees before you come into the country, if you can use that money to, I don't know, apply for a work visa, find a company that's willing to sponsor you, I don't know, that will be better. That money that you're using to pay school fees will be better if you can get a company that's willing to sponsor you from the onset, as opposed to coming here and then finding companies that will sponsor. They don't want that burden on themselves. They don't want it. So that's one of the reasons why it's harder to remain if you're a student visa. Do you get what I mean? Do you get what I mean? It's a British thing. People should just flow with it. When like I said, do you get what I mean? Do you get what I mean? Just so that I'm turning British small. Okay. The next is, I think this one busts my brain, is the fact that you cannot travel alone. You cannot travel unless your school is on holiday. Did you know that? Me coming to this country, I said, okay, now I'm on UK student visa. My plan is to tour Europe. I'm going to be traveling around the globe. Hello. Imagine the shock of my life when I found out last week or 2 weeks ago that I cannot travel except my school is on holiday. So if I leave the borders, if my school is on holiday, I might not be able to get to the country. I might not be able to come back. So I have to wait till whenever my school is on holiday. So every trip I'm planning has to be during holiday period. And my school has very limited holiday because it's a 1-year course. Do you understand me? Do you get what I mean? Yeah. Do you get what I mean? It's a 1-year course. We don't have that many holidays. We don't have that many weeks. My longest holiday is 3 weeks. My longest holiday is 3 weeks. So when am I supposed to be traveling in that whole 3 weeks? Me, I was thinking I can be doing weekend trips. I mean, you can travel weekends. So travel on Friday, come back on Sunday, maybe. But then wait till you go flex. If you travel on, I'm always Saturday flexing, you go flex. So it's very limiting for me now. I don't even know what I want to do again. Because I'm making plans to travel, but the odds are against me. I'm still in session. School is still in session. And my plan was, because when you're on service, a disclaimer by the way, you can only work full hours when your school is on holiday. So if you have like your term letter or your holiday letter, you can take it to your employer and then they can allow you to work the full hours. That way you don't have anything against you and the UKVI. When your payment comes and your taxes come, they can see that at this period you're on holiday, so you're allowed to work full hours. That's the only time that you can work full hours. So I'm just telling you now so you know. So now I was thinking I will work full hours during holiday period, and then when it's not holiday, I might take a few days and just take a quick trip and come back. They say no, I cannot travel if my school is if my school is not on holiday. I'm like, okay, so what am I now doing in Europe then? If I'm not traveling, what am I doing here? Do you understand me? I think I know if you read masters for another place. I came here to travel. It's just tire me. Well, if you on student visa, you cannot travel like that. It's very limiting. So don't come to this country with student visa. Don't say I did not tell you. Me, I'm the gift that keeps giving. That's why I'm telling you about these things now. They will not tell you. Me, I'll tell you. The next one that is the worst one, I think, this is the last and final one, is the fact that the 2 years or how many years or 1 year or however how many years you study does not count towards your live-in visa. Because now, so most people that apply to JAPA, right, if you come through the study route, that 1 year that you're studying does not count in the, because if you live for 5 years, right, you're eligible to apply for a living visa where you have like indefinite stay. After you stay for 5 years, you can apply for indefinite stay in the UK. You're eligible. The 1 year of your studies does not count in that 5 years. It's after the studies that the 5 years starts counting. So imagine that you're like me that feels like I'm already too old to start doing all of these things. You now come with student visa. I mean, if you're a teenager or you're in your early 20s, I mean, that's fine. Me, I don't know. But me, I'm 30. Do you get? You now start counting this 1 year for this masters now will not count. So now after the masters at this 5 years, start counting. Who has 6 years? Me, I don't have it. I don't know about you, but I don't have it. And now, if you get sponsorship, if you get a company that sponsors your visa and gives you work permits immediately after your study, that's post-study. No, that's not post-study. If you get a company that gives you work permits immediately after your studies, then you can start working full hours. Then your 1 year can officially start counting after your masters. But just imagine this now: you're planning to jackpot and you come through the study route, and then you've finished doing your masters or your first degree or whatever it is, and you apply for a post-study visa. You're eligible to apply for 2 years post-study visa if you don't find a company that employs you and grants you your work visa immediately. You can apply for post-study. Post-study is 2 years. Now say you apply for post-study. Most people are on post-study. Most people that came through the school routes, they are on their post-study visa. That post-study visa is 2 years. You stay on that visa for 2 years before you now start applying for work visa. That 2 years post-study visa also does not count to the 5 years that grants you eligibility. Do you understand what I'm saying? So if you come, you do say a 1 year masters or a 2 year masters, you apply for post-study, another 2 years, you finish post-study visa, and then before you now start doing a normal work 48 hours visa, 3 years, that post-study visa does not count towards the 5 years. So you understand the mass? 3 years of your life, the 1 year of masters and the 2 years post-study, it doesn't count towards your living visa. Oh, the living visa comes when you get a work permit visa, not the post-study own, a work normal full work visa. That's when 5 years starts counting. So imagine that you now do that one. That's a whole 8 years before you can apply for living visa. Then after living visa, I think on the 6th year, I think after 1 year, if you've done living visa from 1 year, on the next year, 6th year, you are eligible to apply for British citizenship. Me, I don't know. If you're interested in British citizenship, down to day for another 1 year after the 5 years of living visa. I used to know these years that I'm counting. Some people don't plan to go back to Nigeria or to their country at all, so they can stay however many years. If that's your plan, by all means, please call me the student visa. But I'm just telling you that there are limitations, right? And it's hard to get a job with student visa. So I would advise that you don't. If you can find a work, if you can get a work visa directly from your country and just come in here, so from at least from when you get into the country, your 5 years towards staying visa just starts counting immediately. That's the best route to take. That's just the best thing to do. That's what I'm advising all of you. So yeah, from Bina, the gift that keeps giving us. Until next time, guys, remain in God. God bless you. Please subscribe, please like, please share this video to your friends that plan to jackpot. All of them, whether they plan to jackpot with student visa or not, to share it to them. Give it to them. Okay, see ya, guys. Bye. Don't come to the UK with student visa, and this is why. Hi, guys. Don't come to this